Look, no, come on now. Look, he's away in his holidays. He's trying to take over the joint already. Look at him. He looks like Enzo Ferrari sitting in his big office there in Maranello. Look at him. You're on mute, Philip. Philip, go on. Hang on.
I thought you were going to say Ferrero Rocher there for a minute.
No, yeah, you look like Enzo Ferrari in your place in Maranello. You want to see a picture of him when he was 80? They pushed him up when he was 60. But hello, welcome to Thfc Till I Die, your home of Tottenham past, present, and the exciting future under Ange Postecoglou. As me, of course, Dermot, aka DERMOTRON, and of course the man next to me is Philip, aka the man looking so cool that he might fall over with coolness. But how are you, Philip? How's your holiday going?
I'm anything but cool here, 25 degrees, but anyway.
Yeah. Just keep taking the piss. Keep taking the piss.
No, it's very nice. Very pleasant, actually. Very pleasant.
Yeah. You know, I'm freezing my bollocks off here. You're sitting there in the nice sun. So just keep taking the piss.
Well, I will be on Wednesday, Dermot. I will be on Wednesday.
So glad. I'm ready. That's made my day now. No, you coming back
thanks for that.
Yeah, that's okay. No problem. But have you caught much of the FA Cup over there, Philip, over the weekend?
Kind of been avoiding it since Friday night now, to be honest with you. I saw a bit of when I heard Newport, I got back to 2 each yesterday. I switched it on for a few minutes, but that was really all. I saw a bit of the West Brom Wolves game before the row broke out. So, but no, not really. No, I haven't been following it.
Look, it's been an interesting few days, footballing wise. Philip, we're going to talk about Klopp leaving as well a bit more, but that Xavi leaving Barcelona. There was rumours that Lego Man's going to leave Arsenal. We're going to talk a bit about the FA Cup, the trouble at the Wolves West Brom game, and what lessons can be learned from that, because there should be lessons learned from that, Philip, to be fair. We're going to talk a bit about Matt Rashford as well, but we are going to start with breaking news. This is hot off the press before we get into the chat, guys. It is that this was given to me last night, Philip, or this morning, that Lyon were pushing for Hojbjerg in the last days, but he rejected, still could move this window, and then 5 minutes later, 10 minutes later, this come off the press. Hojbjerg will stay at Tottenham until the end of the season. Decision has been made. Look, Philip, for me, before we get into the chat and welcome people in, it's good news for me, this, and I've got his shirt behind me. There's a lot of people dishing Hojbjerg. I thought he had a good game up to the last, say, 10 minutes. And then he was not the only player to let us down on that defeat. So are you glad that Hojbjerg is staying until the end of the season? Do you think it's a good decision?
I am glad, yeah. I mean, okay. If he'd gone and we got a suitable replacement in, it was okay, fair enough, that's football. But now that we may still get an extra midfielder in, but I think, yes, he's a good addition. He's a good member of the squad. He's a good man to have there when going gets tough. And I think he's been unfairly treated by a lot of Spurs fans over maybe a couple of performances where he hasn't been maybe at his best. But I think he'll be better off having him than not having him for the rest of the season.
I think so too. Look, I've not been happy with Hojbjerg. Yes, I've criticised him. And there's people that have no love for Hojbjerg at all. But I feel that for me, Hojbjerg is a good squad player. But he was playing in the number 6 role, which wasn't his position, Philip. Would you put him, especially with the Man City game, put him as defending the back 4 and put Bentancur in that number 6 role? Would you have done it that way?
Although I keep... Well, maybe it's too late to talk about it now, but yes, probably. But then again, you know, Hojbjerg's best position for Denmark is more further forward.
It is.
So it's hard to know where his best position is. I think for us, I'd rather see Bentancur slightly further forward than him, though, because Bentancur is a better distributor of the ball.
Yeah.
And but we'll have to wait and see now what goes on, because let's face it, when Bissouma and Sarr come back, his game time is going to be limited. You know, unless there's more injuries. You know, so. Good squad member now to have, but I think we mightn't see as much of him, you know.
No, but I thought he played well until I was speaking to Dave about that, and I said to Dave that I thought he played well, and Dave said, "Yeah, until the last 10 minutes where he let us down." So I can understand that.
And the last 10 minutes it cost us.
Yeah, I'm just going to call you Enzo from now on, Enzo Ferrari from now on. Anyway, big up to Wembley. Oh, sorry, I do apologise. Luke Chapman, Northampton Town win. He's all over the place. Versus Portsmouth, Saturday, the 3rd of February, Fratton Park. Yep, we'll cover that game on Premier Saturday, which is back this weekend. At Wembley 1, afternoon all. Big up Wembley. We've got Ian S, afternoon ATA. I don't know who ATA is, but big up.
After this Wembley 1, I think. Yeah.
Afternoon, DERMOTRON. Please give us some transfer hope to cheer me up. There isn't a lot.
Not a lot, really.
There's
a bit that mightn't go down too well, but
the Noosa deal, Philip, didn't go through. He's now gone to Brentford. No. Why was the reason we didn't run with that story? And I think a lot of other channels did, but we sort of took a decision not to, because
well, I think mainly because look, he's 18 years of age, right? Yeah. He's hardly played any matches in the Belgian league. I know he came highly recommended by Eric Torsfeld and whatever, but I was thinking, what the hell are we paying 25 million for an 18-year-old? Yeah, we've got the likes of Jamie Donnelly, we've got the likes of Santiago, we've got the young lads. What's his name? Alfie Devine. What are they going to say? What's that saying about our chances of ever making it at Tottenham if we're going to buy a young player for 23 million? I am delighted Brentford have got him, because it saved us 23 million, and he would have only been a squad player. Yeah, he wouldn't have even got a game.
Yeah, that's so true. Big up.
We didn't run it because we knew there wasn't a lot of interest by Tottenham.
No, there wasn't, Philip. Big up to Kev Williams, has become a new YouTube member. Big up, he's joined the Sunday membership as well. Big up. And big up to Wayne Bonner, who's gifted a membership, Philip. Thank you so much, Wayne.
Oh, good man.
He's gifted it to Shamu. Shamu's now become a member.
Oh, lovely.
Shamu will love that. Shamu will love that. So Shamu, when you do come in, do please thank Wayne Bonner for your membership. Absolutely top man, and big up, sir.
He's hardly on now. It's 3 o'clock in the morning in New Zealand, but anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, so we've got Jazz Fusion. Afternoon all. Big up Jazz. We've got Wayne Bonner. Good afternoon, everyone. Hope you're all well. Here we may go stupid and bid 80 million for Gallagher. And looking at Cambridge as a backup plan. Yeah, I'm hearing, the problem is I'm hearing a lot of stories, but I have to make a decision, or Philip does as well. Do we run with them, or don't we? And it's a very hard thing to do, isn't it, Philip? You're trying to you don't want to be seen as clickbaiting. You don't want to be seen as running the story and it not happening. So we have to. It's a very difficult line you have to walk with transfers. These news, isn't it? It's like a
very fine line.
Yeah.
It's a fine line between foolishness, being looking really foolish, and looking like a genius.
Yeah,
such a fine line.
The latest on Jota. Well, Philip gave me this. Do you want to give him the latest on Jota, Philip?
Yeah, I'm afraid at the moment that this is true. Again, we're not saying this is actually what's happening, but it's rumored that Jota has agreed personal terms with the Bubble Boys down at West Ham, and that deal may well happen in the next few days. So. We never really seemed to be. We were more interested in them than Spurs were, I think.
Yeah. We did hear Barney the dinosaur went over to Saudi Arabia to close that deal, but apparently he's been arrested now and put in prison over there for 15 years for wagging his tail the wrong way. So that is the latest on that.
That's probably it.
So West Ham are trying to. So they're saying, if we can buy Jota, can we have Barney back? And the Saudi Arabia going, nope. Unless you pay 30 million, so West Ham are going to pay 30 million for Barney the dinosaur. Jota, hi Ian. We've got Stephen Cartwright. Big up, Stephen. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank God there's a show today. Thanks, DERMOTRON and Philip. Our pleasure.
Nice,
no problem. Yeah, as Philip sits there, sun lounging, I don't know. Enzo Ferrari. I'm going to call him Enzo. There you go. Yeah, Enzo was every time you see Enzo Ferrari right in the interview, it's like they pushed him up, right? It was like you swear he was dead, and they just pushed him up against the chair, right?
Yeah.
And it was just his mouth hardly moved. It was so funny though. Back in the day, it really was. Damn, Philip looks like Tom Jones even after he won the Euro Millions rollover, says Wayne. Yeah, he does actually.
Oh, lovely.
Saying that.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, Carlson. Good afternoon, gents. Everyone in the chat. We've got Carl Simpson saying Hojbjerg stays. Hopefully it means selling Skip. Yeah, hopefully.
I'm just waving. I'm just waving. There's an Aer Lingus plane taking off here. I'm just waving at him.
What you should be doing is this, Philip. You're going back to the cold. I'm staying in the hot. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Hope you're not wearing your jackets. Anyway, Wembley wants. The tune into this, the tune into the show for pure madness. Wembley once says, "I'm glad Hojbjerg is staying up until the last 15 minutes. If only we had a call." No, I'm glad PHE is staying up to the last 50 minutes. If only we had a quality replacement on the bench. He was immense on Friday night. Quas Polsby, our best player. Do you know what, Philip? I wouldn't disagree with that until the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, but it's the last 10 minutes everybody remembers, them.
Yeah.
You know, that was the most vital point of the game for us, and we lost it in that 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's true. We've got Wayne. Look, Hojbjerg played all game, only made 2 mistakes in the last 10 minutes. He's all round. He ran around. He did run around all match, to be fair.
He was probably exhausted.
I tell you one thing who I felt sorry for as well was for Charlison. He ran and he ran and he worked and he worked and he worked and he worked and he got nothing for it. And I felt really sorry for him at the end of that game.
Yeah.
So big up to Wayne for the good afternoon, Dermot and Philip, everyone in the chat. We've got DJ Samuel. Afternoon, guys. We've got Ian. We've got Wayne saying big up Wayne. We've got Ian. Hi, DJ and Peter. We've got Carl Simpson. Glad the
Noosa deal didn't happen. Spurs had the sense not to pay 37 million for him as what Brentford are paying. Mad money. Absolutely mad money. It's crazy. Oops, have I frozen? Now it looks like I'm on my own here at the minute. Dermot, are you around? I thought it was me because I'm out in the balcony here and the internet is a bit dodgy when you go outside the room. So anyway, I'll keep going with the chats here. Just go back up to where the last one was. Just bear with me for a second, lads. Okay, Peter M is saying, hi, Ian. And Peter M saying, so Noosa is worth more than Raya. Yeah, like it. It looks like mad money, absolutely mad money for an 18-year-old. And Jazz Fusion is saying, I'm saying we had that one. Carl, help me now, not later. Carl, help me now, not later. Okay. DJ Samuel saying, hello, ENS. Here he's coming back in again. And Carl is saying, also, we need players not now. No, not for next season. Give me Kimmich every day of the week. I'm a bit behind the post on that Kimmich one. What's happening? Is that's the guy from Bayern Munich, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I don't know what happened there.
No, I thought it was me, but apparently it was you.
Yeah, it was me. I thought I had a power cut, and suddenly the power just came back on again. So, yeah. Sorry about that, everyone. Do apologize. No, I haven't yet. Kimmich is the Bayern Munich guy. I've asked the question, so I'm waiting to hear. I'm waiting to hear what's happening on that. Yeah, do you want to go through the chat as well, Philip? Don't just want to get the stuff back up.
We'll go on
that. Up.
Yeah. And Jazz Fusion is saying, wow, probably all the price for that young fella.
Yeah.
Is it okay? Oh, hang on. Is it gone?
Yeah.
Oh, dear. Right, looks like the internet's gone here as well. I'll just back in 1 sec. Just 1 sec.
Okay. We're not paying 200k for. Yeah, no, we're not going to pay 200k. Really. For Jota, I agree with you on that. Carl Simpson. So if Hojbjerg is staying, does that mean no new midfielder coming in? We're rolling what we have now. Look, I'm not still rolling out going for Gallagher. I'm still not ruling that out at all. We have to see where we go with this one. Look, I think it might be a loan to buy deal I think if we're going to do anything, it will come in as a loan. But can we see it happening? Look, my head says no. My gut says something's going to happen, and I usually follow my gut. So, Ian, I wouldn't rule out another signing coming in and Skip going out. That's what my gut's telling me. Jan, they are still talking about Ilian over Juve hit. Yeah, that still hasn't gone away either. Maybe Shamasu as well. Gil will go to Brighton. I've heard that rumor. Now, if that is going to happen, I think it will happen within the next 24 to 48 hours if it is going to happen. But I'm still waiting on a response for that. You're okay, Philip. Dermot has de-iced Dermot. De-iced Dermot. I'm de-iced. Now you both have. It's gone round and round and round in circles. So DJ sort of looking around to see where we're going. You're back. Yeah, I'm back. I'm like Doctor Who. It must have been a Matrix moment. It was called Irish electricity having its time in the month. How can Philip be on Joe Lewis's yacht and have better internet than that of the Republic of Ireland?
Sorry, but Dermot, that wasn't all your fault because it went here as well. The internet went here. It must be simultaneously because I switched over to my phone. But the wife's in there. She said no, it went inside as well. So
because I'll tell you what happened. My sitting room light went flashed on and off.
Yes, yeah.
So probably both things. It probably was. Apparently, he says, "How can Philip be on Joe Lewis's yacht and have better internet than that of the Republic of Ireland?"
Oh boy, it's not that good. The internet around is good. The internet here in the hotel isn't. It's okay. It comes and goes, you know.
Yeah, big up to Ian. Welcome back, Dermo. I know what WB means. And then Carl says, "In, can we potentially have Sarr and Basuma back by the weekend, depending on results?" Yeah, well, I'm watching one of the games tonight. I don't know if it's but that Egypt game last night, Philip, was mental.
So I believe.
Absolutely
so
mental.
I believe. Like, was the Egyptian goalkeeper that missed the penalty?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
He tried to take it.
He won't be heard of again now after that.
No, come on, Philip, behave. He took it like Socrates back he tried to do a Socrates penalty. The only one can do a Socrates. Yeah, the only one can do a Socrates penalty is Socrates himself.
Yeah,
and then we
imagine at 8-7 or 8-all on a penalty shoot that you try something stupid like that, you know.
Yeah, I know. Agree, Carl, but I think he's still lacking in that area. Philip, look, there's welcome to everyone. We do apologise about the internet interruption and that. Where are we going to start, Philip? Where should we start this show? I think we should start. We've talked about Hojbjerg, so we'll go. I'll tell you where we start. Team ratings from Friday night, of course, FA Cup defeat to Manchester City. Philip, that was the team. Do you want to go through your ratings for me?
Do you know something, though? You keep bringing it back. I try and blank these games from my mind. So what I would do is I would give the goalkeeper and the back four a 7 because they did nothing wrong. I give the midfielders a 6 because they were overrun most of the game. And I give the forward players 5 because they did nothing.
Now,
that's my honest opinion. Except maybe Richarlison ran. Johnson was pretty poor.
Yeah,
and Werner, I think that the team someone should tell the rest of the team he's signed for us.
Yeah,
because they seem to ignore him the whole game.
Yeah, look, for me, I thought Vicario. What did you think on the goal that scored, Philip? In your opinion, look, I went mental on the watch along. I went absolutely off my head saying that was a foul. But I was speaking to somebody over the weekend, Philip, and if you look at consistency, you look at the Luton Bournemouth game, Burnley game, the foul on the goalkeeper wasn't given. You look at the Wolves Man United game, the foul on the goalkeeper, the foul, it was giving us a free kick to Man United where it should have been a penalty to Wolves. So where you on the goal, Philip, should have been checked or should it have been ruled out? What do you go on there? I think it was a foul personally.
Well, all I'll say is if that had been an Anfield, it was a free kick to Liverpool. If it was up the other end, it was a free kick to Man City. I'm sorry, but I'm just fed up of losing these decisions. Okay, it's 50-50. You could take it either way, but all we want is a bit of consistency. Like that, most 7 referees out of 10 would have given that as a foul.
Yeah.
Or 7 VAR officials, they didn't. And for it to happen in the 88th minute, so close to the end of the game, it was sickening, really, you know. But Yeah, I can understand why they gave it, but I could also understand that they could have disallowed it as well. So
Do you think Venom should have been a bit more stronger?
he should have. He didn't come through. He should have cleaned them out. He didn't.
Yeah.
But then listen, we can't fault the guy. I mean, that's nearly the first mistake he's made all season. So can't really be too hard on him.
No. Look, for me, I agree with you, Phil. I give the back 5. I give the back 5 probably 8.5. I thought they were immense. I thought Romero and Van der Ven were absolutely immense. Look, I thought Bentancur was quiet. I thought Kulu was quiet. I thought Hojbjerg was probably the best out of the tree until the last 10 minutes. As you said, Philip, he was probably knackered for all the running he'd done. Yeah. Now, I was on Dave's show on Friday, and I rarely backed Johnson up. I think there's great potential there. But he didn't let me down. I feel that all this negativity is probably getting to him. So do you think Ange will have to take him out of the limelight now a little bit? Say, right, I'm going to take you out of the team for a few games. Let's build your confidence up again. Do you think that's what could happen for Brentford?
Well, I think when Son comes back, someone's going to drop out, and it probably is going to be Johnson for a while to get his confidence back. Like, he's a young lad. He would have heard the reaction from the crowd and some of the things he got wrong the other night, and it will affect him. And it's a sign of his mental strength if he can come back tomorrow night or on Wednesday night against Brentford. But yeah, I think when Son comes back, he will probably be the one that will drop down to the bench for a while. He could end up turning into a very good impact sub. And then he's plenty of time ahead of him. Gareth Bale didn't win the match for 25 games when he came, and look what happened to him. So
that is so true. That is so true. So look, last thoughts on the Man City game, Philip. Disappointed, or just look? It's we're rebuilding. We just have to take these results as they come.
Listen, we always knew there'd be road bumps in the road. There's been a few. We're still way ahead of the curve, and all I can say is now, come on, Luton.
Yep, that's it. Well, Philip, the 5th round draw was made without Tottenham in it, sadly.
What a boring draw, though. What a boring draw.
It is. I said that yesterday, Philip, and it was Blackburn, because Blackburn Rovers or Wrexham versus Newcastle, Chelsea or Villa versus Leeds or Plymouth, Bournemouth versus Leicester, Liverpool versus Watford or Southampton, Bristol City or Nottingham Forest versus Newport, now versus Manchester United, Wolves against Brighton, Sheffield Wednesday or Coventry.
That's about the best of them, Wolves and Brighton.
Sheffield Wednesday or Coventry versus Maidstone United, and Luton Town versus Man City. Let's start with the Chelsea Villa game and Leeds Plymouth. Are you surprised Villa got a replay with that? Do you think that Chelsea's chance gone now?
Not at all surprised. And Chelsea find it very difficult at Villa Park, as everybody does. So I can see Villa winning that replay, and I can also I know Plymouth is not an easy place to go to, but I can see Leeds winning that and be a Villa versus Leeds 5th round game.
Yeah, I can see it there. You look at Bournemouth Leicester. Bournemouth 5-0 wins on Friday, Philip. So a good start on Thursday. Good start today into the 5th round. I'm going for a Leicester win here.
Yeah, so am I. Leicester aren't too shabby either. And I can see Leicester winning that.
Now, Liverpool beat Norwich yesterday. All the noise surrounding Klopp, he's leaving at the end of the season.
Oh, what a pity.
Do you fear? No, if I'm being serious now, forget all the Klopp nonsense that we normally talk about him. But can you see any team that comes against Liverpool now? The players are going to have extra motivation to win any competition they're in. So can you see him doing the quadruple?
No, I can't. They're not that good. No, they won't do it. They won't win. I think 2 is their maximum. None is my hope. I don't want to see him win anything.
No, I disagree with you on that, Philip. I think they're a better side than a lot of people give them credit for.
But they're not going to win all 4. No, they're not going to win all 4 tournaments, though.
You don't know that. We never gave Man City a chance to do the treble last season.
No, I wouldn't say we didn't. I'd say we did give them a chance. 3 is easier than 4. 3 is easier than 4. I still think Man City are going to win the league this year. So that's
I don't think so. I think Liverpool now are going to win the league.
We'll see. The only problem visiting teams have coming to Liverpool now is every game it gets nearer to Klopp's last match, the intensity is going to increase. So that's the only problem I would see with teams coming to Liverpool. But I mean, they've been fortunate enough with the draw. I mean, another championship team, you know, they keep getting them. And
yeah, look,
no,
for the on the news of Klopp leaving, do you think it was the wrong time to make the news, or do you feel it was going to come out so Liverpool had to get ahead of the curve to announce it on their own terms instead of?
I my own view on that is I think Liverpool got wind that someone was going to break the news anyway, and it had to come from Klopp himself to get ahead of the posse on that, because he told the board last November he was leaving,
Yeah,
and they managed to keep it quiet for 3 months. But now I think it was about to break, and that's why he had to come out and say it.
yeah. Then you got Bristol City Forest against a home to Manchester United.
Another home away draw for Man United, 2 in a row. That's unheard of.
That's 3 in a row now.
No, they were home in the first round.
No, they weren't. They're away. They're away to Bolton in the first round, in the third round.
No, third round. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. 2 in a row. Up to that, then 12. No,
yeah, this would be the third. This would be the third, Philip. This is the 5th round, so this would be the third away time.
Okay, well, anyway, whatever. Are you sure they were at home in the third round? That's what they were.
No, they're away to Bolton. We did the watch along to it.
Oh, did we? Right. Okay. Right. I can't remember that far back. But anyway, after 12 home FA Cup ties in a row, it's about time they got drawn away. But why weren't they drawn away against a stronger team?
Yeah.
I mean, I know Forest will fight like hell, but United will win that.
Yeah. Yeah. You sure you're just drinking water there, Philip?
Yeah, it's only water.
You sure?
It's only water. Yeah.
You sure?
Absolutely. Yeah.
There's not a bit of poaching in that glass, is there?
No, there's only pure water.
Yeah. Wolves versus Brighton. You said it's the game of the round.
Yeah. Yeah. It's pretty it's an all Premiership game. Like, I know, could we have another one? No, it's the only all Premiership. No, Luton and Man City. There's 2 all Premiership games. Yeah. That could be a very one-sided match as well, to be honest. So it's not a great draw. There's no standout tie. There's no Tottenham Man City's in it, that's for sure.
No. Sheffield Wednesday against Coventry versus Maidstone. Maidstone, the only non-league side left in the FA Cup, Philip, into the 5th round.
Incredible, isn't it?
Can you see them winning that game? I would love them to get to a semi-final. That would be like a fairy tale of the FA Cup.
They're only the 15th non-league team to get this far.
Yeah,
in the FA Cup, and you know who the first of them was?
Tottenham.
Exactly. So I don't think. No, I think it'll be a bridge too far now for them.
Yeah.
But what a absolutely brilliant.
What a run by them.
Run by them, yeah, absolutely.
And then Luton Town versus Man City. Philip, look, Luton Town, of course, turned it round at the weekend. Man City, of course, beat us. Can you see no win but a Man City win? Or could Luton spring a surprise at Kenilworth Road?
If they do, it'll be a massive surprise. No.
Right.
No, I think it's going to be Man City will win that one.
Yeah. So if you could pick your quarterfinal teams, Philip, who are you going to pick for your? Who do you think will be in the quarterfinal draw? If you could pick your 8 teams,
Newcastle, Villa, Leicester, Liverpool, Man United, Brighton, Coventry, and Manchester City.
I'm going to agree with you in Newcastle and Villa and Leicester and Liverpool. I'm going for Forest to be in the quarterfinal. I think they'll beat Bristol City and I think they'll beat Man United like they did early in the season. I'm going for Wolves against Brighton. So I'm going for Wolves. I'm going to go for Sheffield Wednesday only because my stepfather was a Sheffield Wednesday fan. My birth mother's husband was a man from Sheffield. So I always sort of keep an eye on Sheffield Wednesday. So I'll go Sheffield Wednesday. And I'm going for Luton Town, Philip, against Man City.
Okay.
So let's see. I'm going to write them down, Philip. So we see who's right, who's wrong. So let's go into that's the 5th round draw. Right. Another bit of news I want to talk about, Philip, if we can, is actually this one. Where is it? Where have I put it? This one. Xavi now has left Barcelona, Philip.
Yeah.
Announced over the weekend. He has had a run poor form now at Barcelona. They lost 5-2 at the weekend. So are you surprised Xavi's going, or do you think there's more at play at Barcelona? What do you think's happening there?
I think there was also a rumor yesterday, which has been denied by the crowd down the road from us, that Arteta was leaving Arsenal at the end of the season. Yeah. And of course, everyone put out the thing, hang on, Xavi's going, that's where Lego Man is going, to Barcelona. And you know something? I still think that might happen.
I think so.
I think it could well happen. I think Arsenal denied it, but it could well happen because there's going to be a Spaniard that's going to manage Barcelona, definitely. And I would be a bit surprised now if Lego Man did go. But it's gas, isn't it? There's two major managerial announcements in the space of 24 hours: Klopp and Xavi. And it's very, very interesting. But I on a personal note, I hope Arteta does leave Arsenal, because it'll mean they're starting again.
Yeah, and if you look at it, there is a lot that he did tell his entourage that he was leaving. He is in the last year of his contract at Arsenal as well. So do you think Barcelona would be a good move for him?
I don't think he's good enough for Barcelona. So I honestly don't think he's good enough. But I think the fact that he's a Spaniard, he's got a high-profile job at the minute.
Yeah.
He's flattering to deceive. They look back how they bottled the league last year.
Yeah.
You do that in Barcelona and you're gone.
Yeah.
So, let's hope that they think he's better than he is.
Yeah. We've got a few people here. We've got Peter M. I am done. I'm alone, saying that the most FA Cup games this weekend were a bore. Only exception was United. It was Newport United versus United. I did that watch along to that game with Colin, and first 10 minutes United were all over them. And they could have been 4 and 5-0 up. And you think once they got the 2-goal lead, right, they're going to push on for another one. Then they sat back. Then Newport scored just before halftime. Newport then equalised about 5 minutes into the second half. And then it took United near enough to the end of the game to win the game. Yeah. So
I switched over at 2-2, and when I saw my favourite player, Bruno Fernandes, moaning at the ref, I said, hang on, United can't be doing that well today.
Hang on. Ian's surname is Simpson. Carl Simpson. Is this your long-lost brother? Have we actually finally put you two together?
Who needs ancestry when you've got ancestry at UK when you've got us?
Yeah, you got us. Carl, you found your long-lost brother Ian. Oh, we'll have to both get you on so you can do emotional meetup. We'll video it and everything. It was poor. It really was poor. Ian says Carl could well be. You never know. Let's get David on you get Philip on the case. Philip will do it for you. We've got what's the point? FC. G'day, Skip. I like his kangaroo. Stick another kangaroo on the Barbie there, Philip. She lives around here, so I'll give her a call. Carl knows Davina McCall. Oh, there you go. How's all my adopted children today here in the chat? What's the point? You've been very busy.
Yeah, that's a good.
Sorry, Philip. I'm back a minute. Just go through the chat. So,
where are we? Let me just go back up to see where we were last. See, the chat's fairly hopping today again. Bear with me,
that's
lads.
right. I'm back to it's okay. I'm back.
Because I lost my place there.
Yeah. Have you paid your tax? Have you paid your tax? Have you paid your tax? Your taxi driver. No, me and Philip are on the run from the tax authorities.
Speak for yourself.
Speak for yourself. Big up actually in Tunbridge Wells or somewhere on the outskirts. Big up Michael McDonald. Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Michael.
I apologize for my timekeeping. I was getting my cook on. Fair enough.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, Michael. Sup fan.
Yeah,
Lego fan. Could Klopp be off to Barca?
No. Well, we have a theory that Jurgen Klopp mightn't be that well, so I'd say he'll at least take a year out if he is not.
I said it before, Philip, and I'll say it again. It reminded me so much of when Kenny Dalglish left Liverpool.
Yeah,
it had that sort of same or error about it. Daniel, yes, bye, cry baby, Lego man. There you go. We've got Carl saying, yes, Ian, Davina lives 5 minutes away from me. I had a chat with her recently in one stop.
Oh, nice.
Carl's now chatting up Davina McCall.
Yeah, I know.
Could be a modern romance. Sorry, Carl. I don't think Phil could look any cooler. He's cracked it with the shades. I just call them Enzo.
If I put on my ordinary glasses, the sun's in my eyes. I can't see the screens.
Yeah. I just call them Enzo Ferrari, Michael. Just call them Enzo Ferrari. Find out who all the masked sinners are, please, Carl. Oh, that is a weird show. That is a weird show.
Yeah.
So we've been having a look. We've been. Yeah, I noticed that. You know, Carl said Davina couldn't keep her hands off me. We could buy Spurs with the royalties, Carl. Yeah, there you go. We've got Carl Simpson. We've got Klopp on sabbatical. I think so.
Yeah.
Yes, Peter, myself, and then got royalties from every Simpsons episode. Very funny. So we've had an episode of The Simpsons on here right now.
Yeah.
I want to know who Marge and who Homer is out of you two. And we've been having long lost family chat. And then Jazz Fusion. Jose de Barca would be there now.
Oh, God. Never going to happen. Never going to happen. If you manage Real Madrid, you don't manage Barcelona. That's the best way of putting it.
I don't think it would bother. Well, you manage Chelsea.
It wouldn't bother Mourinho. It might bother the fans. You know?
Yeah. Well, you manage Chelsea. You don't manage Tottenham.
Well, it happened. But I think even Real Madrid and Barcelona goes a bit even deeper than we do. You know, the Chelsea-Tottenham rivalry is fairly recent. The Real Madrid-Barcelona goes back centuries. You know. So.
Now, Marcus Rashford was left out of the United team yesterday, and this story's been building all over the weekend, Philip. Ten Hag was asked about it yesterday. He kept saying it's an eternal matter. Let me take that off. Now, this morning, Rashford arrived at Carrington this morning with his brother and his agent, Dane. There's another matter on top of the other matter that he's been done for at Man United. Look, firstly, do you think Ten Hag was right to say what he said? It's an eternal matter. I'm dealing with it. Or do you think he should have given the press a little bit more? Or do you think, look, he's in the right to say, look, I've said what I said, deal with it?
No, I think he was right to say it's an internal matter, because if he'd have said anything that leaned one way or the other, the press would jump on it and say Ten Hag doesn't want Rashford at the club anymore or whatever. Now, as regards Rashford's behaviour, I think it's absolutely unbelievable for a man to say he was feeling ill after being in a nightclub in Belfast the night before. Okay, maybe he got a dodgy pint when he was in Belfast, who knows? But lying to your club like that, to me, is unforgivable. And I wouldn't be a bit surprised if that's the last we'll see of Marcus Rashford in the Man United shirt. You know? Well, I was just thinking, if a Spurs player did that, we'd be all up in arms about it. We'd be totally up in arms about it.
Now, he was left out of the Man United squad to face Newport on Sunday. Ten Hag gave them 4 days off, Philip. Look, what the players do in their own time, it's their own business, isn't it?
But when they're due back on a certain day and ring in sick, that's when the business becomes the club's business.
So now he was spotted in the nightclub on Thursday evening. Training was Friday. Apparently, he was out on the Tuesday and Wednesday as well.
That's fair enough. That's no problem. But when he didn't turn up on Friday, that is the problem. And then said he's feeling sick.
He's also now, Philip, as well. It's not history of this season going out after losing to Man City in the Manchester derby. Do you feel there's a lot of people, there's a lot of things going around that Ten Hag's lost the dressing room? He's too disciplined. Where are you with this with Ten Hag thing? Do you think he is too disciplined, Philip, or do you think he's not disciplined enough? And also, to add to it, sorry about this, but do you feel the Man United have lost, the squad itself doesn't respect Ten Hag? So it doesn't matter what he says, they're not going to.
It certainly looks that way, that he doesn't have the support of the dressing room. Because when you have players doing that sort of thing, it's a sign of total disrespect to the manager.
Yeah.
It really is. I mean, he says, I'll be all right. He won't mind. He won't miss me. It's disrespect. And he's going to be very careful how he deals with this now. He's done the right thing so far by saying it's an internal matter, I'll deal with it, right? But it's how he deals with it. If he lets him off with a slap on the wrist and the fine of 2 weeks' wages, which is nothing to these guys. I mean, that guy's on 350 a week. You know, okay, 700 grand is a huge amount of money to lose, but he learned it back in a month. I think he's got to make a statement here that'll stop other players doing the same thing again. If he shows weakness with this case now, it'll happen again. It'll happen again, and then he's really in trouble. So I think he's got to make a point here.
Where look, he dealt with the Ronaldo stuff very quickly, got him out of the club.
Yeah.
I mean, Carl is saying in here, he said Rashford is on the naughty step. But I've also heard he could have handed in a transfer request today, just a rumor. So say for example,
why is his agent there? Why is his agent there?
So if he has handed in a transfer request, Philip, what does Ten Hag do? Does he do like he did with Sancho, freeze him out of the first team, or what does he do?
It's interesting. It's very interesting. What does he do for the sake of the squad and the morale in the squad? It depends how. I'm going to phrase this. It depends how popular Rashford is in the team in the dressing room. If Rashford is a very popular player, then he freezes him out. Then the players are going to go against Ten Hag on that. But if Rashford has burnt his boats in the dressing room by not turning up, maybe there's been other incidents as well, then they might take Ten Hag's side. Only Ten Hag will know where he feels the dressing room is, and that will temper his decision here. I have a feeling the agent turning up this morning, you don't bring your agent to training just to show how good you are. You bring him there for a reason, and that could well be what Carl is saying there about a transfer request.
Always being fined a couple of weeks' wages, and
he'd be done that anyway. He'd be fined 2 weeks' wages anyway, minimum.
Yeah, I think it's very all the good he did through that. Colin Cross here makes a very good point as well. He says he got rid of Ronaldo, Sancho, so you can't let Rashford away with it. But the split in the changing room is so big. Ten Hag is a dead man walking. I think he is, Philip. I think he is.
That's what I'm saying. This could be the last act of a desperate man.
Yeah.
If he does the wrong thing here, he's finished.
The last act of a desperate man is a very dangerous man.
Yeah, that's
isn't
true.
it?
That's true.
It's a very dangerous point. We've got Peter saying, time for AFCON now. Hope Salah plays for Senegal tonight and wins for his joy. Not sure as Spurs fan whether I want him to be on the winning side, though.
Yeah, I'd like him back. I want him back.
So would I. Michael McDonald says, I got a dodgy pint the other weekend there, Phil. Just happened to be my 9th again.
It's always the last one that does it, Mike.
Yeah, it is. We've got Peter. It's difficult. I want them all back. I want them all to do well. Same as Sonny as the first band. I want them all back. Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
Peter says, what puzzles me is why Rashford went all the way to Belfast for a night out. That does puzzle me as well, to be fair. With a game on Sunday, seems rather rebellious. He's burning his standing down, maybe deliberate.
Yeah.
Do you agree? I agree with Peter with that. Do you think it is? Do you think it is rebellious by him? Or deliberate?
I mean, if he went to Belfast on the one of his days off, his legitimate days off, right? That's fair enough. He can go there for 2 or 3 days. No problem. Great city to go to, Belfast. Absolutely brilliant. But what looks to me is something must have distracted him there, and he stayed the extra night.
Yeah.
And this is what's causing the issue. So, but again, it all goes down to a lack of respect for his manager. If he was scared of Ten Hag, he would have been back on that flight Thursday night for training on Friday.
Yeah, he would. Well, look, that's more to run. Any more news than that, we'll bring it to you, of course, first and fastest. Philip, cost the FA Cup again, but it took a nasty turn, didn't it? The Wolves, West Brom, the derby. The question we are asking, Wolves versus West Brom was an accident waiting to happen. Well, let's give you a bit of background. Wolves took a 2-0 lead in the 78th minute. Then there was trouble broke out within the visiting section of where West Brom put them in their stadium in the Hawthorns. Players ran in to take children out of the stand as well because the fighting was that bad, Philip. ITV, who was showing the game, would not show some of the trouble. It was like going back to the bad old days of hooliganism at its height.
But was it not that rival fans got in the wrong section?
Well, there was a rumor that some Wolves fans got into the West Brom area.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. That's what I'm hearing. Yeah.
Same here. Now, look, Philip, if it is, look, I'm going to say it now. I think it was premeditated. I really do. I think it was some idiots that have gone in, bought deliberately tickets in the home area.
I don't know.
Or however they got in there. Do you feel that? Are we on the look? I was saying it to Dave earlier, Philip, and it got me thinking. Are we on the march back to the bad old days? Do you think it's rearing its ugly head again? Only slightly, but it's there in the background.
A one-off like that. A one-off. Like, remember, Dermot, these two teams haven't played each other for 12 years, okay?
Yeah.
Now, they're like Tottenham and Arsenal. They're local. They're only a few miles apart. They don't like each other, right? But the fan base, the West Brom fans living in Wolverhampton and Wolverhampton fans living in West Bromwich. So when it came to getting tickets, I think you had to give your address. Very hard to know whose allegiance you were by giving your address. You could be supporting either team. I think that's what happened. Fans got into each other's section, and when the second goal went in, the Wolves fans started celebrating in the West Brom end, which is always it's like a match to a flame, setting a torch going. It just set them all off. The West Brom fans reacted. It all kicked off. I think it's the lack of experience of local derbies between these in the last number of years that caused the problem. They'll know better the next time. But are we going back to the bad old days? No, I don't think so. I think there's too much policing, and the stewards are too professional now to allow it happen. Listen, there might be rows outside the ground between fans. That always happens, but in the ground, it's very rare this ever happened. I don't think it's going to happen again.
Surely to God, the ticketing service should have been done better. It doesn't matter if it's a 12 years since the last derby. You don't buy tickets. You have to be a numbskull to buy tickets in the wrong area. I understand people are. It's, as you say, 12 years since the derby. People are itching to see the game. I get that.
Yeah.
But would you sit there and buy, if we're going to Tottenham Arsenal and say, right, I'm going to buy a ticket in the Arsenal end?
Well, no,
you wouldn't do it.
No, but there's probably, I know people have gone to the wrong end and sat on their hands whenever the team scored. That's the only way to do it. If you do that, no one will know you're there. But what happened yesterday, I said that game was sold out. Or maybe the Wolves allocation was sold out very quickly. And the only way they could get it was by getting West Brom tickets. And the address thing, they can need to give an address to someone, a family member living in West Brom or whatever. So it'll be a salutary lesson for the ticketing people the next time. And the West Brom ticket office will be under scrutiny for this, how they allowed those tickets to be sold.
Yeah.
You know?
Carl Simpson said, Jesus, I watched the game. I thought for a minute I'd gone back to the future to the 80s. Back to the future to the 80s. They should be thrown out of the competition next season. I agree with that. Big up.
Very loud British Airways plane taking off there.
Oh well, there you go. Shit happens for
them.
Well, do you know that country likes to make a big announcement?
No, but they're not as loud as that usually.
Well, they knew we were on live. That's why they were doing it. They're trying to start the war again, Philip. They're trying to start the war again. The Dingle Derby, says the piece of TV.
Oh, lovely.
Michael McDonald, I was at the Scotland-England game at Hampden when we got beat 2-0. A couple of England fans celebrated the second goal and they were dealt with accordingly. How can you preempt a home fan selling tickets? You can.
Yeah, you can't really. You know, they could have bought those tickets in the black market. Right? Yeah. There's a lot of things could have happened there. And let's face it, if Wolves hadn't scored, it wouldn't have happened.
No.
You know, say it was a 0-0 draw, it wouldn't have happened. It's the fact they scored and they couldn't contain their delight, and that's what started it.
Probably loads of seats available in the Arsenal end. Yeah, that's so true. That's so true. Colin Cross says, make an example, find each fan £10,000. That will make them think twice. That's so true, Philip. That is so true.
They'll find the club. They'll find West Brom and Wolves. That's what they'll do.
Yeah. Now, just very quickly going back to the Xavi. Xavi confirms he will leave Barcelona at the end of the season. Philip, Xavi announced it. His plan to leave after Saturday's 5-3 defeat to Villarreal. The former midfielder has been under immense pressure for weeks after a series of poor results. Players have publicly backed Xavi for his announcement. Are you shocked to see him go, Philip? And would this start the domino effect of the manager go? Could Pochettino be approached for this, do you think? Do you know what I mean? Things like this.
No, absolutely no chance. Pochettino is the one manager they will never have at Barcelona because he played for Espanyol. That will never happen. He said it himself. He would never manage Barcelona. But one thing I like about Xavi, I mean, apparently he's giving up his £12 million a year salary to help Barcelona's financial crisis. So that's a very, very big gesture on his behalf. Now, I'm sure he's written into the contract he'll get his money down the line when they're more able to afford it. But fair dues to him. But I mean, the pressure he must be under. I mean, I think when you're a Barcelona manager, it would be the equivalent of living in a goldfish bowl. Everybody's looking. Every move is amplified up. If you make a wrong move, it'd be a horrible situation to be in. And I mean, it's probably for his own mental health he's getting out of it.
Yeah. Apparently, it was one fan in the West Bromwich Albion end, and he was a relative.
Right, maybe it'll all come out. It'll all come out.
Will Pep? This is a good point, Bob Beast. Will Pep go back to Barca when Man City get relegated to Division 2?
That could be the one. That could be the one. Pep is not going to stay with Manchester City when they're playing Stockport County. No offense to Stockport County, but you know what I mean. He's not going to stay. And Barcelona. Whether it happens, the problem is the Man City case isn't going to be heard before next season.
Yeah, that was my point, Philip. And I was very angry. I said this to Colin yesterday. I was saying to somebody yesterday that they've taken so long to sort this out. They know they're guilty, right? Apparently. What we got given them, we did talk about that. Where are we now on the Man City thing? Do you think it should be just dealt with now? Get it over and done with.
Oh, get it over with. I mean, they've dealt with Everton and they're dealing with Nottingham Forest.
Yeah,
get it over with now. There's no reason to delay other than money's changing hands. And I'm sorry to say that, but that's what it sounds like.
Yeah,
it should be dealt with now. There's no reason to wait. The evidence is all there. There's no reason to wait another day.
No. And the last week of the window, are Spurs done, Philip? Look, we're still hopeful of Thursday. It ends deadline day in the first. Of course, we're on live from 4 to close of business on Thursday. Philip, where are we going with this on Spurs? Do you think there might be a surprise in the last couple of days?
I'm hopeful there might be a last minute. I think what will happen though, you'll find some of the young lads will go out on loan. There'll probably be a few more of them going out. As for incomings, Gallagher, I suppose, the one we're looking at. Whether that happens or not, I'd be doubts at this stage. I would, if I was a betting man, I would say yes. Spurs are done on the incomings. Outgoings maybe a couple, but no, I think we're probably done.
Ian is asking, is it 5 or 11 p.m. on Thursday?
11.
Is it 11?
I think it's 11. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll just double check that now. Sorry, just give me a few minutes, guys.
Be a quick show. If it's only on from 4 to 5, don't it?
It will be. Hang on. Do you want to talk for a minute, Philip? While I'm doing
we'll do. Yeah, right. What could we talk about? What can we talk about? Yeah, you see Tottenham having a thing on Wednesday night. Everyone has to bring their mobile phone and put the camera on to show, the light on to show some sort of effect, which will be interesting. Yeah. And wonder how we're going to fare with Ivan Toney playing against us.
When does I'm still trying to find it. You think somewhere will just come up? It closes at a certain time.
I'll have a look here. I've got my phone here.
11 o'clock. 11 o'clock.
Yeah, I was thinking it was 11. Yeah.
Yeah. Here we go. I just found that. I'm going to copy and paste it and put it in the chat for you guys. This is when it closes. There we go. The January transfer window will officially close for Premier League sides this Thursday, February the 1st at 11 p.m. Wow. It's going to be a long day for me. Philip says
it'll be such an exciting to see the Dumbarton have taken the player on loan from St Mirren. You know?
Philip, they're going, do you know what? I'll come on for a couple of hours, I'll pop off, and I'll come on again, near the end. Just show my face.
Yeah,
there's DERMOTRON. There's DERMOTRON on for the full fucking 6, 7, 8 hours.
No, we can take turns at it.
Oh no, I'll be on for the full show, Philip. I won't. I'll do the full show.
You're only showing off now.
Yeah, I know I'm showing off. Yeah, I know. Jazz Fusion says Barca and Real may be fine to play for. Both must be held to match. Yeah.
Oh God, yeah. Like the Real Madrid have their own daily newspaper.
Yeah, they do.
And there's nothing but Real Madrid news. And I'm thinking, imagine what sort of shit they'd be looking for to get into that rag. My God.
Yeah, Ian says it's a 5 or 11. It's 11. Ian, Carl, 2 more signings. I promise you, Carl.
I hope you're right,
to you
Carl.
after this show.
I hope you're right.
I want the update from you, sir. Agreed, Carl. Colin Cross. It has always gone. It has always gone on 66. Bristol City fans came to Cardiff the week after the Aberrant disaster, where the code tip slipped into school and killed most of the children, teachers, and fans mocked them. That's shocking.
That's shocking. No, that Aberrant thing was absolutely awful. So a documentary about it there recently. For fans, that's inhuman, horrible.
We had a couple of 5 o'clocks in the past, haven't we? Same mod though. Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
Give us a song, Phil, says Michael McDonald. Carl Simpson. No, you guys have to stay up until after the bed sheets are in for the late signings. Yeah,
the bed sheets.
Yeah, the bed sheets, the bed sheets.
That's about 2 o'clock in the morning, Carl.
I may do yet. You don't know. I may do yet. Philip won't be there, but I may well do. Dermo, if nothing happens, you're going to be. If nothing else happening, are you going to do things to entertain? Yeah, I might get Philip to do a few sets of the green grass of Spurs, and
we'll get Brad's songs. Play Brad's songs.
Or he could come into a new song. It's not unusual, Ange, and things like that. You know, Geordie's asking Philip, "Are you on vacation?"
Yes, Geordie, I'm in Lanzarote.
Yeah.
I'm going home on Wednesday.
Yeah. It'd be great to have a Rafa type deadline day, but I can't see it happening. You never know. Geordie, we've got Michael McDonald saying Rangers have a newspaper in Scotland. It's called the Daily
Record. It's supposed to be impartial, but we all know it ain't.
Yeah. Ian S. Hello, bro, says Geordie. I am heading out, but if you message, I will reply, Demo. Good man. Peter on the wingy. It's still in the car. Yeah. Do you know what? I saw him. Actually, he was in the car last time I checked. He's aged a bit, but he's still waiting around the corner.
He's been clamped. He can't get the car. Can't go. He's been clamped.
No, and also he doesn't realise Harry Redknapp's not there anymore.
So I don't know. Brilliant on that. Oh dear.
Take care, brother. Take care, brother Carl. There you go. Now that is Newsbeat for today. The first one of the week. The first one of the last week of the window, Philip. Of course, we're on tomorrow at 4. I don't know if you'll be available, but you'll be.
Probably will be. I'll probably be packing.
Packing. Yeah. Mary will be sticking you in the suitcase somewhere.
She might.
Yeah. Mrs. Brady, why is this suitcase a bit heavy? Sure. Did a lot of shopping when I was in Lanzarote. You know,
half of it in the other suitcase.
Yeah. I've just realised what you meant by that.
Right.
Look, where we're going with this, Philip. What we're doing? Oh yeah, we got some pre-records coming up as well for you members for our pre-match thoughts for the Bournemouth game as well, and the prediction lineup as well. We're back this week. We're back. Philip is now back on Thursday. We've got the watch along on Wednesday, which is being done by Bobby because I won't be able to make it. So I do apologize, guys, but I will make it up to you with an extra watch along the weekend. Philip may pop on for the second half. Depends what time he gets back. Thursday, we're on with transfer deadline day from 4 until the close of the window. Friday, we're back with the rugby, Philip. The Six Nations is back again. France versus Ireland. And I still have no idea about the scoring.
How many points for conversion, Dermot?
5.
Close. You're only 3 out. What am I going to do with you? What am I going to do with you?
I'm going to have to write it down somewhere and put up on the screen or something. I'm going to have to do that because I ain't going to get it right. But that is the start. Now, Philip, are we just doing Ireland games? Or are we doing other Six Nations games?
We do. We won't do them all now, but like we'll do selected ones like England, Scotland, Ireland, England, that type of one, you know.
Yeah.
And there's Neil Lingus playing Landon now. Another one. My God.
That's me on it. I'm actually on that plane.
That's the one that I came in on last week.
I'm doing this to you, Philip, as I'm going by. I'm doing this as I'm flying by. Philip's waving. Yeah. Some cracker, somebody's actually waving back to you, Philip.
Yeah, good eyesight. They want good eyesight, that's for sure. Anyway.
So yeah, we got that back on Friday. We're back. Oh, okay. Here we go. We've got Carl Simpson. It won't be the same without you, Dermo. Look, I know, but other things have come up. I can't do it, so I do apologize. But Bobby will be taking you through it. But don't worry, guys. I will be back. I'll do something special for you guys. I'll do something special for you, Ian. Don't worry. We've got how many points for it's a conversion, Dermo? 3.
He's already got that one wrong, Carl.
All right. And how many points for a drop goal? 2. 3. Okay.
Yeah.
And how many points for a try? 7. 5. There you go. And Dupont, the French captain, is not playing in this year's Six Nations. Yeah, I know. I did read that the other day. So I'm now, after this, I'm going to do a thumbnail for our Six Nations coverage, which I can't wait. So that's going to be back. We've got the Cockle Clock podcast as well back at the weekend. Me and Philip, of course, we've got the early match Saturday. Philip, it's a 12:30 kickoff for the Everton game. We've got Soccer Saturday. And then Saturday, we're going to be very busy. We've got 3 shows Saturday.
Oh boy. Yeah. Busy. Anyway, I'm way off to dip my feet in the Atlantic Ocean.
I don't know what to say to that, to be fair.
Yeah.
I don't know how to respond to that.
Just don't walk out too far. Maybe it might be something.
Yeah. Just be careful.
Don't go over your head height.
Yeah. If you feel the water's going a bit here, Philip, just come back in.
That's right.
The good old cockety cockpot. Oh, bastard! You top. At least it's just your feet, Carl. The same.
Yeah. No.
Well, on that bombshell. Will we see Philip back tomorrow or not? This is going to be the question. That's going to be on everyone's lips.
We shall see.
I might even call it Newsbeat, the return of Philip Brady, with a big question mark.
Jesus. Right. Bye.
On that bombshell, we'll speak to you later. Come on, you Spurs in Big Ange. Please like and subscribe, and let's get up to 2K. And congratulations to Kate. Just to go love Spurs as well, who reached 1K today. So congratulations, Kate,
well done
from everyone from THFC till I die. Congratulations, well done. I just want to give this new channel for Colin a 10-second plug, Philip, if we could do. He is starting a new wrestling channel, so this is a little plug for you, Colin. As you can see, no music.
Wrestling.
Apparently, he's trying to get me into that.
Good luck with that.
Good luck with that. Well, on that bombshell, we'll speak to you later. Thank you all for watching. Come on, you Spurs. Come on, you Spurs. Come on, you Spurs. Yes. It's a bit like Jimmy Tarmac.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Anyway, come on, you Spurs in Big Ange we trust. And come on, Hojbjerg. I won't leave you.